Hi, I'm Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles and StudioCycles.com, and I want to welcome you to the Studio Cycles YouTube Bike Buyer Aide video library. On this library, or in this library, you will find over 240 videos on various subjects so that you can educate yourself and make the right decision on getting the right bike for yourself or for your club. I'm Jeff Wimmer, I own the company, and I'm considered the foremost expert in the indoor cycling industry globally. I consult with all the big manufacturers. I'm the only official technical support to spinning in the world. I'm a VIP exclusive outside consultant to Schwinn and to Star Trek, and have been for years and years and years. I consulted on the Schwinn AC Performance bike, which is our best seller. We were just voted, we received the award for the fastest growing national distributor from Stairmaster and Schwinn. We are an indoor cycling company, and that differentiates us from all the other companies on the planet Earth. When you go online and you buy a bike, you're going to see the same harvested text and the same stock pictures over and over and over. And every other company in the free world besides StudioCycles.com, my company, they do two things. They process your credit card and they send you a box. They have nothing to do with what's in the box. And if you have an issue with your bike, and a lot of commercial bikes out of the box have issues, they will tell you to call the manufacturer, and that's where the fun will begin for you. When you buy a brand new bike from Studio Cycles, we pull it out of the box, we tear it apart, we go entirely through the bike, whether it's a Schwinn, a Star Trek, a Kaiser, a Le Mans, a Free Motion, although we're not big on Free Motion, we don't endorse Free Motion, and I'll touch briefly on that. But we tear the bikes apart, we go entirely through them. Everything on the bike, from the levelers at the bottom of the bike, retapping thread barrels and lubricating levelers, leveling and centering saddles. We do a comprehensive drivetrain analysis and treatment. We call it the Quiet Tune build process, and it is an involved process. If I could process credit cards and send boxes, I could cut my overhead by 75%. But my experience, and I have built, tuned, installed, refurbished, and repaired an estimated 100,000 plus indoor cycling bikes, spinners, in the last 15 to 20 years. I would do that in a heartbeat. But my experience has shown me that these bikes don't come out of the box perfect. A lot of times they come out of the box far from perfect. And even something as simple as testing the computers that come on the bikes these days. We find bad units. It's not common, but it's not uncommon. So, for example, here's a group of bikes here that we just finished building. These will be going back into the boxes. They were torn apart, they were fully built, and even our boxing process, when we box a bike, we overpackage everything. Whether you're buying one bike for your home or you're buying 50 bikes for your club, we are the resource. If you buy bikes from a fitness equipment company, they are used to uncrating things and bolting them together, and that's what they will do with your indoor group cycles. Fitness equipment companies are used to dealing with these big monsters over here, step mills, step climbers. And as a Stairmaster dealer, we do have these and we do sell these. So if you're looking for a step mill or a step climber, give me a call. But they do the same thing with the spinning bikes or the indoor cycles if you buy bikes for your club from a fitness equipment company. Fitness equipment salespeople tend to be very adept at saying the right things, and really a fitness equipment salesperson, that's what they do, they talk. They have nothing to do with building your bike, nothing to do with tuning your bike, and if you have a problem with your bike, you won't be calling them, you'll be calling the company, and again, that's where the fun will begin. Now let's talk about refurbished bikes. There's a term online thrown around very loosely where used fitness equipment companies will say that their bike has been cleaned and serviced. And If a bike is in a used fitness equipment warehouse, it probably came out of a club, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years of hard use in a club, and it's probably shot on the inside, and it may or may not look good on the outside. But when we get bikes in, whether they're 3 months old or 5 years old, we tear them completely down to the bare frames and go through them. And if you're a consumer and you buy, let's say, a Star Trek Spinner NXT from us, these bikes looked phenomenal when we got them, but we still tore them completely down and rebuilt the entire bike. And again, if you're a consumer, we do a lifetime warranty on our certified pre-owned Schwinn's and Star Treks. If you buy from a used fitness equipment company, you'll probably get 3 months, 6 months, or no warranty at all. We also typically put brand new clip pedals on most of our refurbished bikes. If they're not brand new, they're demo pedals, or they're bikes that have been, or they're pedals that have been completely rebuilt. And if you ever have a problem with your bike, you don't call the company, you call me directly. Now, if you call Schwinn or Star Trek or Spinning or whomever and you have a problem with your bike, they probably have one of my books that I wrote next to their phones to answer your questions. So safe to say I'm a very valuable resource if you ever have a question about your bike, whether it's maintaining or whatever the case may be. If you're a club and you're buying bikes, you call me directly, 888-909-BIKE. 310-664-1375 or 818-470-2204. I'm available from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week, and I answer those phone numbers. I have 5 to 10 conversations a day with people buying 1 bike, 20 bikes, 50 bikes to figure out what's important and what's not important, what will fit the bill for your specific application. And I carry Schwinn, Star Trek, Kaiser, Le Monde. Like I said, I no longer carry Free Motion. I probably won't carry them. Just too many inconsistencies out of the box. The bikes that I tested initially felt great. The bikes that were sent to me, I just didn't like them at all. I'm also not fond of the fact that they say that they have the first bike with direct power measurement. Cyclops was the first bike with direct power measurement. And also, they say they have direct wattage, and Free Motion only measures the power you put into your bike on the left crank arm because that's the cheapest place to measure it. So if you get on a Free Motion bike and you pedal the bike with your right leg, it doesn't measure anything. So it's in my estimation, it's as perceived as wattage as Kaiser or Schwinn. But it is what it is. Call me directly. You can see from my warehouse that we have a lot of bikes. We are the real deal, and no one on the planet Earth knows a fraction of what I know in terms of comparing one bike to the other. I know why this bike right here is probably not best suited for most human beings on the planet. I also know why an arrow position on the handlebars is important for working butt, quads, and core. If you're a man or especially a woman, those are target areas. Couple other quick notables. I ride and tune every single bike that I sell without exception. I have the only 2 brick and mortar indoor cycling specific stores in the world. One's in Laguna, Niguel, one's in Venice, California. We keep 40 to 50 bikes in our stores, in each store, and we keep between 400 and 600 bikes in this warehouse. So we have a lot of bikes. We have a lot of bikes. Our inventory rivals anybody's inventory in the country. And if you're buying bikes for your club, you can come here to Hawthorne, California, and you can try Schwinn, Star Trek, Kaiser, Le Monde, and Free Motion side by side by side by side. Compare them, ride them, touch them, feel them, talk to me about the differences between them, and make an educated decision. Doesn't matter if you are in Washington, D.C., Houston, Texas, Seattle, or Los Angeles, California. I am your guy. And my prices aren't the cheapest. I don't whore my bikes. You can buy box bikes online pretty cheap from most of the manufacturers because companies come and go all the time. But my prices are competitive, and I got some smoking deals right now on bikes. So with that being said, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Best of luck to you on your road to health and fitness, and call me